What is up, guys? Guys26 again here, and today I am bringing you another League of Legends match. This time I'm playing Shaco in the jungle. Yeah, expect to see a lot of jungle videos from me because it's kind of where I like to play. And as you can see, I'm against the fiddle in the jungle. We've got Garen top lane, Alistar, and Varus bot, and Akali mid. And on our team we have the Orianna mid, Riven top, Pantheon, and Soraka are going to be our bot lane. So we have a bit of you know, a meta-breaking team comp on our side, but I'm just gonna lock onto myself so you can see what I do. Now, this is gonna be kinda like my Udyr video where I tried to kinda give some sort of tips and stuff. But I would like to also make the same disclaimer: don't listen to anything I say because I am a bronze scrub and definitely not worth listening to. You can see I actually got queued with gold and high silver players. Not entirely sure if that's just because my normal game MMR is of that caliber, or if in fact it's because I'm duo queuing. I only ever play this game with friends, duo queuing, or sometimes even triple quadra queuing, so I'm always pitched against plats and gold because there's so many of us, and the game boosts your MMR relating to the number of players, or at least that's the number, the amount I understand it. Okay, so first of all, first tip with Shaco, I don't start jungle items. As you can see, my start is Doran's Blade and Pots because the early game damage is a lot better on Shaco. He's not really a farm jungler at all. Like, I barely spent any time farming, so Doran's start I generally find is a much better way to go for those early aggressive ganks. You can also see I start stacking boxes. If you go in the video, you notice that first box I placed is about 55 seconds in. The boxes last a minute, and your first buff spawns at 1:55. So it's pointless placing boxes before 55 seconds in, and after 55 seconds you can spam your boxes down and get the buff feared. Now you can see one of my boxes is slightly out of place. That's not really a tactic. That's just because I sort of fucked up the box placement. As far as I'm aware, I think it's better to have them all in the very back corner so the buff turns around to hit them all, and you can then stand on this side. You see the buff turns to hit that one, so it kind of fucks up the my passive damage there, but my boxes tear through the buff anyway. But you can see that had it gone to hit the other boxes, I could have turned around and got bonus damage. If the boxes do bonus damage through my passive too, then that would have been good, and I've actually found a new tactic with placing boxes. But as you can see, I'm taking my bluff. I'm going straight through Baron Wall. I bought my Q second. I'm going to Q over the wall, and I know I'm against a Fiddlesticks, right? Fiddlesticks is a very weak early jungler. He cannot clear very quick at all, so I'm going to take his red buff before he can even arrive. Okay, this is like a very you can see Fiddlesticks has just finished his blue. He's now on his way over. I fucking miss my spike because I accidentally hit the little minion. End up having to use my pot, which kind of sucks, but now I'm just going to run away. See, he's still at walls. He's all the way at walls, this Fiddlesticks. So look, he's here. I've taken his red buff. Now I'm just trying to stop the little minion aggroing me because I want it to return to its spot so he doesn't just ignore the camp. I'm hoping he tries to clear, and I'm actually going to try and get first blood right now. I place a box in this bush in case he face checks it, checking for me taking the buff. Even though there is a minion here, but I don't know why he'd do that. I deceive behind him to try and get the extra damage. He turns out he just tries to stay and drain me, and it's the easiest first blood I've ever got in my life. Unfortunately, this tactic doesn't always work, and incoming clip of it not working. Okay, so low replay will not work and will not allow me to show you the video of what happens when an invade goes wrong. But essentially, there's an Elise in this game, and Elise, she cocoons me, and then she spiders, and then she Qs me, and then I die. That's essentially what happens. She repels my invade quite successfully, and yeah, the end. But now we're back, and so when doing something like that, you really need to weigh up, like, who are you jungling against? Are you against the Fiddlesticks? Are you against a Malphite? You know, they're very slow clearers. You can easily get the buff in time. They've got a weak level 1, easy first blood. Is it Elise? Is it Aatrox? Strong early game, you know, good dueling potential early on. It's not something you want to risk. So now I'm over here. I check my red buff just to make sure that it's up. I possibly should have placed the ward, save my ward for my red buff in case Fiddlesticks decides he wants to try and take it, but Fiddlesticks is now here, like, AFK wandering around, who knows. And I come in for a gank bot. That was a very odd deceive by me. I'm not gonna claim any sort of anything to that, and my red buff ends up getting the kill there. Unfortunately, we lost our AD carry. In fact, I might just go back, jump back a few seconds there and just watch that again. Watch what happens exactly. So as we know, we cannot mint blows. I come in from try. They do not have this warded. So I've been told that by bot lane. I can come around, I see Varus coming up here. Unfortunately Pantheon already died, so there's nothing I can really do here. I deceive to get the extra crit damage, but I kind of deceive in a... like, I should deceive maybe back here, as opposed to all the way up there, and yeah, Alistar I'm pretty sure gets away. I do chase a little while, but there's no point really. I should have just backed off straight away, because we can't take down a full HP Alistar, me and Soraka. So anyway, I'm going to go back now, even though I've already got my red buff. And although I probably shouldn't be scared of Fiddlesticks trying to come and invade my jungle, because if I was Fiddlesticks I'd be scared to go inside the Shaco's jungle, but I'm going to clear it now even though I've already got red buff, because I want to make sure I don't fall behind and I have my buffs. In the new jungle, that is of like 3. I don't remember when the patch was, it 3.10 patch? Whatever the patch was that made the buffs give more experience and gold than what they previously did, like it made it more important to get those buffs, and now securing your buffs is the most important thing in making sure you stay up in levels and staying up in mainly levels actually. Gold income I guess you can get from ganking, but if you gank too often and you don't get your buffs, you're going to be behind in levels. I guess maybe that's not technically true, but I see bot lane is pushing again. They still haven't warded. I'm going to deceive in case they had, and then I'm right on top of this Varus. He's not going anywhere. We've now got a double kill bot lane. I am snowballing our very odd lane comp, and we blow this Alistar's flash. So I now know if I wanted to, I could come down and get another easy kill in the bot lane, because Alistar no longer has his flash ready. I'm just going to stay in this bush. No, I'm not going to stay in the bush. I'm going to actually, yeah, we're going to start pushing the tower. Alistar can't really 3v1 us. I deceive in to try and get the last hit because I'm a greedy motherfucker. Unfortunately, Soraka ends up getting targeted by tower. That was probably her own fault. She shouldn't have auto-attacked Alistar and started tanking. She should have let either me or better would have been the Pantheon because he's got more HP. I'm going to come up into this Fiddlesticks bush. I'd seen he was bot, so I'm going to ward here and I'm going to place some boxes, and I'm going to try and catch him off guard. Unfortunately I don't realise that he's actually beat, so I'm kind of sitting here for no reason at this point, but that was my plan. I was going to try and catch him off guard as he walked back around, because I know that Fiddles also has very low dual power. But now I notice that the time is almost 7 minutes in. I know Fiddle's blue buff is going to be up in a while, so I'm going to stack boxes here. Why am I stacking boxes? Because I'm patient. You know, I'm not gonna. I've got nowhere to be. Everywhere lane's pushed or dead in the case of top lane. I know he's going to have to be here for his buff soon. In case Akali wants to come, I can't really 2v1. So if I can delete Shaco with these boxes, then Fiddlesticks with the boxes, then I'm going to be easier to 2v1. And what do you know, this guy gets deleted. Deceive over the wall to chase the flash, and you know, that's an easy kill. I see this Akali, she's very low. I cannot TD until I'm level 6, so until that point I'm just going to wait. I'm going to pick up the blue buff and hopefully hit 6 off of it. I cannot, yeah, you can see my XP there. I don't think I'll actually hit 6 off of this, but if I did, then I'd probably be straight onto this Akali's lane trying to gank. Did I hit 6? I hit 6. Okay, I do hit 6. Akali ends up dying. Okay, so I don't really actually have to do anything mid, but something you can do is to ult, maybe back here where my mouse is, send your clone walking around, or even around this way, and then have your clone start tanking tower first, so then while your clone's tanking tower, you can be attacking the champion. That's something that's very important. Now I also anticipate, I put a box here because I don't have my ward up, and I want to try and invade this Fiddlesticks red buff again, but he's actually here waiting for me. I kind of dilly-dally around going in and out of this Fiddle drain, and I sort of waste my time. Well, I should have just, as soon as I got feared and became outfit, I should have just walked away. But I sort of kept walking in and out. I don't know what that was. That was probably just me being bad. I'm going to recall now. His red buff shouldn't be up for a little while, but I'm going to probably he's probably going to be able to get that one. I can't remember what happens. I'm going to recall, and now you can see my build. I'm rushing Ravenous Hydra because as Shaco, I mean there are some weird builds where you can go tank Shaco, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But the build I like to play, which is the build a lot of people play, or the majority of people play, Riven's pinging for help. I think I'm going to give this blue buff to Orianna though, instead of going top lane. Yeah, I'm going to get this blue. Is for burst damage, and now things that are going to give you burst damage are a lot of AD, which is what Tiamat does provide, and also the active on Tiamat adds to your burst damage. So if you're ever playing Shaco or any person, don't forget your active, because it can give you some very good burst damage, and even helps you clear camps. As you can see, I have no jungle item. I'm clearing camps absolutely fine. I'm definitely not behind in gold. As you can see, I am currently got the most gold in the game. Not by a great deal, but definitely, you know, is making a difference. And I'm farming a few camps here just to stay relevant in levels. I've noticed, I noticed while I was in base that I was behind these solo laners, and if you're behind the solo laners as a jungler, you're not necessarily behind, but I like to stay the same level as the solo laners. So I farmed my jungle. I've got my buffs. I got double buff again. I think my blue buff's probably going to be gone soon. Yeah, blue buff's about to expire because it was the enemy fiddle's blue buff from ages ago. So now I'm going to come mid lane because Akali has extended it way too far. I come from around this side. It doesn't really work out for me this time because this Akali ends up going ham for Orianna anyway. Doesn't get the kill, unfortunately. I'm just going to have to wait here for the Akali to wherever she shows out. My box actually makes her detectable. Somehow my box managed to target Akali and makes her visible. I throw a shiv. She then goes invisible again and then becomes visible for the last auto attack on her. So she was not getting away there. I sort of had her boxed in. Now I'm going to, knowing that mid lane is dead and my mid had to recall, I'm going to actually just push this lane. I could be popping my ulti to take the tower quicker. That's another thing you can do as Shaco when you're split pushing. Make sure you pop your ulti to do more damage to tower. Fiddlestick should really be coming mid, but I guess he's low mana, low HP, so Ice is a free tower for me and the team. Another thing you can do is also have your boxes attack towers. They will not attack inhibs or the nexus, but they will. I just checked that to see if he's actually reset his blue. He still hasn't. I'm not going to do that for him. I'm in fact going to go bot lane. I could have sent my clone out to do this for me, but Alistair gives me a free exit. Yeah, this. Luckily that the Soraka's there to heal me and gives me enough HP to survive this Akali onslaught. I use my ult to try and confuse them, so I can maybe try and deceive over this wall, but I'm waiting for the deceive cooldown, and it's not coming off cooldown in enough time for me to actually make it out. What I could have done is here I could have sent my ult clone in to stop Alistair. The reason I didn't that time was because he was recalling, and I was conscious of the fact that he was going to recall away instead of actually. If I didn't deceive, I might not have been able to close the gap and stop him recalling, is what I'm saying. This is what happens here. Bang, dead. Now you can see my build now. I've now finished my Hydra. So I've got the lifesteal aspect now. I've got a more, an even stronger active, I think. No, it's actually the same damage. And we're going to ping dragon, try and get it. Orianna starts the dragon. I find this questionable because now it's just going to reset and she's pretty much fucked. Except I'm here to save the day. She's still low and has to end up flashing away. This Fiddlesticks isn't going to escape though. My box fears him. I'm kind of a bit concerned about this Garen though, so I'm just going to keep running from him. And because of that silly dragon beginning, Orianna has to recall at very low HP when she could have just waited for the team. I'm pinging bot lane, warning this. The Garen's coming down to gank. I'm gonna come in for the counter gank, and unfortunately, I'm in a bad position right now. So I'm actually just gonna instantly deceive towards my teammates. I could have gone over Dragon Pit, but I wanted to help out in this fight because I knew the enemy team was not going to give up. Soraka secures the kill there. Possibly could have been secured by my box. Doesn't really matter. Everyone needs gold. She's actually keeping me very healthy and very full mana-y. I try and stop them taking the ward. Doesn't help, and she ends up nuking this Pantheon, which I end up using my ulti to dodge the Varus arrow. And I don't know if I would have saved Pantheon's life by mitigating some of that damage, but I don't think it would have been enough to stop that. So I'm just going to send my clone in to try and tank some tower shots. It ends up dying anyway. I'm all the way back here. I think I'm just clearing waves. And both Varus and Alistar are very low now. I should really stay now and push, and that's what I do. Good. I thought, because I was recalling, I was a bit worried there. This is the easiest TD of my life. Varus doesn't get out, Alice doesn't get out. Ori balls me, I deceive in, and then she ults. That was a very bad play by me. I should have ran back towards my teammates. That was just stupid, stupid play, running through Garen as opposed to towards my teammates. Not that they could do much because they were very low mana and HP, but that Ori combo was very nice, and that's the only reason that was possible, I think, is because we were pre-made, and this Akali gets herself killed pretty much. Okay, and they don't get the kill. That is unfortunate. I feel that they were fearing Garen a bit too much, and that Pantheon ulti was actually not very good. Okay, so I'm back. I'm coming down. I've got my boost of mobility and my zeal. The reason I buy boost of mobility instead of Berserker's Greaves is I like to move fast. I like to be able to position myself correctly for ganks, and I like to be able to, you know, I've got places to be. I want to be places, and buying more speed essentially increases the duration of your stealth. This is something I watched from a Foxtrot video. He said that, and it's kind of just basic logic anyway. You know, if you're moving faster while stealth, you're essentially increasing the duration of your stealth. Orianna comes to pick up this blue because I don't really need it. I'm gonna go get my red buff now, so back to the boring old jungle stuff. I still have these 2 health pots. I probably should be using those. At this stage in the game, mana pots might even be more useful because I'm kind of spamming abilities a lot, and they might be coming more handy. Orianna gives me a speed boost to quickly hurtle the bot lane. I ignore my red buff. I'm actually going to try and support my bot lane. In comes Alistar. He's dead. Okay, he's not dead. I'm going to shiv him in the back most likely. Yeah. One does not simply escape a Shaco with Mobos, but she gives me the speed boost to get there quicker. I try and cut off this Varus' escape route with my box. He ends up turning into my team and getting killed regardless, so I kind of removed all of his options at that point. I'm actually going to leave this bot lane now because one, mid is pushing, and I don't want our entire team to be in one lane because that gives the enemy a massive chance to push our lanes. Top I'm not worried about because of how close it is to the enemy tower, but our mid lane was quite close. I mean, this Akali doesn't actually what would you call it, capitalize on this, and she doesn't push. She actually decides to farm the jungle, which was questionable, I believe. I believe so, yes. Oh, I didn't mention summoners. You want to be bringing Smite and Ignite. You don't need Flash on Shaco because your Q is Flash pretty much. You can see me queuing over walls, which you could flash over anyway. And it's on like I think it's like 8 seconds maybe with no CDR. Rank 1. I'm not really a master of cooldowns. I come in to try and take this. Bad idea. I run away. Possibly die. I can't remember. I don't think I do though. I'm pretty sure I get away. Mobo's too strong. Yeah. But yeah, so, and because like I was speaking about earlier, your whole aim is burst. You know, you're an assassin, you want to get in, you want to shank them once, and that should be, you know, most of your damage there in that first Q. Auto attack. I KS that shit so bad, but I don't even care. I already explained in my UD video why I KS all the kills with no regrets. This Fiddlesticks comes in from the back. This ends up just abandoning his Garen, which is probably the best thing because Garen went in 2 balls deep for his own good and ends up dying. And Orianna just gets away with minimal HP. But the reason you bring Ignite, keep wanting to come back to this, is the fact that it's adding to your burst. You've got an extra like spike of, what is it, like 400 maybe damage. 290 at the moment. I think it gets to 400 just under when you're level 18 of true damage plus the burn over time. Well, no, it's not. Oh, I always thought Ignite was initial burst damage and then burn over time, not just constant burn over time. That was I did not realise that. Anyway, so I'm just gonna push out the mid lane, and yeah, essentially the Ignite helps add to your burst damage. That's what I'm saying. What should I be talking about? My build. As you can see, I've got a Zeal right now. I'm actually going for a static Shiv. I could have gone for Avarice Blade for the extra gold income, but I felt like the stats from Zeal. Not only do you get the attack speed, you get the move speed as well, which is quite nice. And because I was so ahead, because I am playing as one of these 10-0 Shacos that can carry games, well, I'm actually 12-2, but same shit. I'm just quoting Foxtrot and what he says in his videos. I use my Deceive to engage there. Not a good idea, because had I had my Deceive up, I could have Deceived back over the wall to chase the Varus and to chase Alistar. Even though my Deceive is back up now, so I can chase this Alistar. Probably not a good idea to chase this far, however. But I do see Riven coming in, and that's why I'm confident enough to do so. Where's the Shiv? Where is that Shiv? Place the box to definitely end his escape route just in case. I probably should have shivved him in the back ages ago though. The slowdown. Fun fact, your Shiv does more damage from behind as well. Like, even your Shiv does more damage from behind, not just your auto attacks. So that's why I'm thinking, I'm probably typing in chat at this point, or I'm waiting for minion waves. That's why I'm wondering if maybe the minion boxes at the start of the game were doing more damage from behind. If that's true, someone please let me know. I don't know quite what that was. That might have been me being a dumb. I am happy to 1v1 this Garen, because I am like, how many levels above him? Too many levels above him. And then this Fiddlesticks comes along to try and doesn't fare much better. Yeah. I don't know. That was just I used the bush to my advantage with the box. I got the fear off. I should have had my ultimate attacking him consistently. I didn't do that though. My ultimate was kind of standing idle for quite a while. But you know, I had my ultimate, me, and my box all working together to kill this Fiddlesticks from what, like a 10th HP, a 10th, a 5th, or something. Not quite a 10th. It must be more than that. A 5th of HP, like. And I also ended up lifestealing a lot with a Hydra, so you know, you can see the potential of Shaco with his dueling ability. It's quite strong, especially if you're smart and play around with your boxes and bushes and vision and whatnot. So now I'm gonna buy my Shiv. Why do I buy Shiv? Because, dear viewer, Shiv increases your burst damage. You get an extra like I think it's 200 magic damage. 100 bonus magic damage in that lightning strike that can crit, therefore it's up to 200 magic damage if it crits. I believe a crit's two times damage in this game, although 1.5 damage. I always thought it was 2 damage, so I'm going to go off that maths. Deceive into this Varus, get the kill, the end. It sort of becomes a bit of a kill fest. This Alistar does not have flash this time. He does juke us very well in that bush. The way to stop that happening is to use attack move. I don't really use attack move because I'm bad. But that's how you can stop people juking you around bushes. If someone goes into a bush, attack move to the bush, and if they decide to try and juke you, your character will automatically start attacking them without your need for reaction times, and you won't get juked like that. But you know, say as I say and do as I say and not as I do is what they say. And my response to that is monkey see, monkey do. So anyway, yeah, Shiv, increased burst. You can also see I bought a Last Whisper too. This stage, Garen is the only person that really stands much of a chance against me in a 1v1 situation. Aside from obviously Akali's burst, but if I saw Akali on her own, I probably wouldn't even go in for Akali because I'm not crazy. Garen ulties my ulti, which sucks for him. But yeah. He kind of gets screwed over a bit, and then I come around and hit him anyway. But he's a bit too ballsy for his own good, I feel. He should be waiting for the rest of his team, because he's not got the damage output to be dealing with threats like me and Orianna. Especially that close to tower, he was a madman. But yeah, so I've got this. I've got the Last Whisper to deal with Garen, and even Fiddlesticks has bought his Zhonya's now, so he's kind of got some armor. It's just gonna increase my damage output, increase that burst. That burst though, that burst. Okay, in comes Alistar. He's got his ultimate up. He's gonna be a tough cookie to crack, because his ultimate doesn't not give him. When his ultimate drops though, you can see we pop him like really quickly. I know he didn't have much HP, but without his ultimate, you can see the change in damage output was like from going tiny little minuscule chips to like a massive chunk. And his ultimate does not provide flat armor and MI, actually provides a 60% reduction to all damage. It doesn't give him stats, it just reduces damage. So you cannot build items against his ultimate, which is kind of nice because it is an ultimate. Now at this stage in the game, after Last Whisper, you have two choices. You can either go for Infinity Edge for yet more increased burst damage. You know, that's kind of what we're going for. This is Assassination Shaco. Increased burst damages, more crits to an extra crit damage. This is 400 static shiv magic damage. You're doing hybrid damage. You're doing, you're doing all kinds of damages that are critting and doubling damages and more damages. Or you could go for a GA and become a complete anus and never die. However, if you decide to go GA, or if you decide to go Infinity Edge, your next item is the inverse of said situation. So eventually you become the unkillable, assassiny, bursty, critty, evil doer that Shaco is designed to be. So if I ever do finish my Infinity Edge, I can't remember in this game if I finish my Infinity Edge, you should be able to, if it gets to that late in the game, you can finish all your items and get the GA and become a beastly beast. As you can see, the enemy team is miles behind. 6 towers, 50k to 35k. I mean, they're going to have to do a lot to pull this back. I'm not saying they couldn't pull it back. They haven't lost an inhib yet, which is kind of the key to, like, once you lose an inhib, it's kind of really hard to come back, even though you can, and it's not impossible. But because we're still, I think the late game is really only just started. Well, not really only just, but it's very early late game. I feel. With the new Season 4 changes, games seem to last a lot longer, and I've been playing for like 40 minutes consistently as opposed to playing not 40 minutes. This Garen gets cornered by me and Orianna because we're pre-mades and douches and gang up on people. Unfortunately, he has got the speeds, he has got the defense there is to get away, so we're just going to clear the waves. I don't have vision on Varus down here, so I'm not actually moving towards Varus on purpose. I actually just happened to catch him out on the move. Akali. I thought that was a part where I catched out Varus, but obviously I don't. Akali, unfortunately, is there, rapes my face. This is why I said, like, I can't 1v1 Akali, but no one really can. Like, you can't be squishy in 1v1 Akali. If you're a tank, maybe you can 1v1 Akali. That Varus is so close to being dead. Pantheon threw his spear, got the kill. I'm actually just sitting here taking in here because I know this is probably going to secure us the game. This is what I said. Remember when I was saying the reason I steal the kills? I am in the position to carry. I can make the decisions as to whether or not we win the game. I trust myself to make the decisions. The decision I made there was to take the inhib. I die. Doesn't matter. I took the inhib. We lose this engage. We end up having to be retreat. And the fact that Pantheon doesn't retreat here, I think, gets him killed. Oh no, he actually gets him a triple, or gets us a triple. But it doesn't matter, we got the inhib, is what I'm saying, you know. That's what I'm saying when I can make the decisions as to where that gold potential goes. That was an awful ultimate, I'm sorry. Well, it wasn't awful, it just missed, I guess. This Garen again going 2 balls deep. There's 3 teammates ready to defend our lovely Soraka. Where am I? I'm still dead. Now I'm back. I've bought my crit chance cape, sold my Dorans finally. I feel I have, it's the point where I have enough AD that AD isn't really an issue. It's more crits. Like there's actually like an equation which balances out, like it's an ADC thing that like once you hit a certain amount of attack damage, it becomes more beneficial for your, like increases your damage output to actually buy crits at that stage or attack speed at that stage. And I can't remember the actual mechanics of it, but I swear it's something like 200-ish AD. I think it's more cost efficient to buy or it's more effective to buy attack speed and crits at that point, which is why people will normally go BT into, I fucking tank tower like an idiot there, BT into PD. Again, I see there's Akali, I get caught out, I get killed. You can see though, I didn't even try to engage the Akali, well, one because it was under tower, and two because I know that Akali is the only person on their team that can deal with me in a 1v1 situation. Because she's also an assassin, but she's an assassin with a skill set that allows her to be more death thing lead to me, which was this is what I like to call baby throws. You know, I didn't need to die there, I didn't need to get caught out, I could have just left the tower on its own, I could have just gone. I'm sort of dying for no apparent reason right now. I could have finished this game easily 17, 2 and 14. However, I make some stupid mistakes. My last 2 deaths could have been easily avoided by just not getting caught out and being an idiot, both over here and over here. Wherever my last death was, actually. I think it was over here, wasn't it? When Akali came out of that bush and then Varus arrow, and did I get out of that? I don't remember, but my last death was probably oh no, my blast was in base, wasn't it? Regardless, I could have been not an idiot, right? Anyway, back to, so this is late game Shaco. I'm understanding that Akali can take me out. I'm understanding that my team can do well holding off the 5 of them on their own. So I'm telling my Pantheon, Pantheon's pinging Varus to go kill him. I'm trying to tell Pantheon in chat right now to group mid with the team. Let me split push. Let me take towers. We can win the game easily. He's not listening. Whose problem is that? My problem. Like, who cares? I guess. Would have been beneficial to the team to allow that. I'm going to ward up, make sure I'm safe. Like, if you have someone on your team split pushing, please just group with the team, because if it's, wow, I get caught out again, same thing. I try and get into the bush, I do manage to get in the bush, and Akali cannot find me, so I start to stack boxes as a defense mechanism. Pantheon saves my life with his ulti. this poor Fiddlesticks gets baited by my ultimate and my well, actually it was actually me, but the boxes combined with the ultimate just put out too much damage and it was just a bit unfair. But we managed to take this tower, me and Pantheon. However, if like what I'm saying about the split pushing thing, if there's 4 mid and 1 bot, they're gonna have to really make a decision. Like, do they pull everyone in the mid lane to defend their mid towers and stuff, or do they they're inhib in this case, or do they let, if they don't do that, then they lose the middle tower because there's 4 people, they're all pushing. If you have a really strong split push champ like Shaco or Tiger Udyr, or who else is a good split pusher, Tryndamere, you know, all those sorts of champs. This is just a very odd team fight. I'm trying to explain too much while the team fight's going on. We bail anyway, essentially. Fuck you, Soraka. Coming back in, take the inhib. They're focused on Soraka. I got a lot of minions. I'm going to take the inhib. I put a box down to clear out the last few minions because it's not going to attack. Unfortunately, I get feared. It's not going to attack the inhib, is what I'm going to say, but it will clear the way for me. Unfortunately, I tried to commit to taking the inhib. I see Fiddle coming out. I decided to commit to it. I don't finish it off. That was definitely not worth. Again, silly death didn't need to happen. Could have ended the game with 17, 2 and 14. Easily. I don't know what I'm saying. Could have done that. Yes, anyway, and rather split push. There's 4 people on this tower. They've got to decide if they're going to lose this or lose this. If they all stay here and defend this mid tower, then I stay here and take this one. If they send someone over to come deal with me, they're now a man down. They're weaker, and then they're having a more of a struggle to defend this mid tower. And in theory, you take their mid tower. Even better scenario is their top and bot is being pushed because there's a longer distance between the two, and it removes the parties away from each other and segregates the group more. If you have 3 and 2, one, your mid force is weaker, so they're less likely to be able to siege the tower effectively against 4 people, and if there's 2 bot lane, they're more likely to decide to send 2 bot lane because it's more of a threat to them. They see 2 faces in the middle, like, damn, there's 2 people down there, they're going to take that tower quick. If they only see 1 face, they're like, it's only 1. We can deal with this, then go bot, you know what I mean? They don't see that as much of a threat. Again, stupid death. Why did I go in on that? Nobody knows. Just don't look at that. That's just embarrassing shit, man. This is why I say don't listen to me, because that was an awful play. I went in to like 4 people for 1 kill. Like, really? 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 Albeit I didn't know Alistair would be there, but come on now, there's Fiddlesticks and Varus. Yeah, it doesn't take a genius to say fear plus auto attacks equals you're probably dead. So that was just, again, me being a complete moron. Do not pay attention to me. Now I've finished my Infinity Edge now, I'm dead so I can't actually zoom in on myself. They're taking blue buff over here. Give it to Soraka because Orianna already has a blue buff. I'm saying there might be a Baron, or someone's saying there might be a Baron, be careful. They probably would have been able to take that Baron had they gone for it. Whether that was a good idea or not, I don't know, because obviously the inhibs exposed. We could have pushed while they were baroning and probably won, but who knows? We weren't really rallied for their baron push, baron attempt. I'm yawning. Please stop yawning. And I bought a Negatron cloak because I'm more concerned about the magic damage coming from Akali, Fiddlesticks, and even Alistair is dealing magic damage. So yeah, deceive in. I ignore Alistair completely, then I turn to Alistair once I realise that Varus is out of my grasp. He is not going to survive this. He does stay, he does man the fuck up, and he makes sure that Varus has enough chance to get away. Unfortunately, Akali comes in here and does exactly what I did earlier on. She goes in on like the entire team, which is what you shouldn't do. You should learn from my mistake and not done that. I'm going to clear this wave out. This is split push right here. The whole team's top. They can't defend, they have to decide, do they send one person down here to stop me, or do they try and defend that one? Not the same situation quite, because they're a man down and there's no towers, but it's the same kind of ideal. They decide to try and defend this, they end up losing both because they're a man down. This Garen is just like laughing, so me and him have some fun. And do our animations back and forth with each other. This Garen was actually incredibly toxic to his entire team. But you know, oh, that fiddle ult. Oh, does she get out? Does she get out? There's no way she gets out. Nah, didn't think so. Where am I? I'm here right now. I try and deceive away. I don't get out. We do get all 3 inhibs though. If you hold on, if I go back, you can see I'm like, where am I? I'm here. I think I was taking inhibs. Let's go back one more. Yeah, me and Panther taking inhibs. So that's where I was. I was being useful, I swear. Now I want to speed things up. Yeah, I just walk in to try and help my teammates and end up getting eaten alive. So yeah, let's just speed up the rest of the game. We don't need to watch the rest of it. It's pretty self-explanatory what happens now. We all respawn. We go in, we push, we win. It happens in about 30 seconds time. Boom. GA's up. Full build Shaco, not even level 18 yet. I decide to go and tell my team to push while I take Baron just to secure a victory. Decide Baron's a bad idea because, you know, it's kind of obvious we're probably going to win. So then I was like, well, because we're obviously going to win now, I want to see if I can solo Baron. Just as an experiment to myself, so I'm just going to sit here and take Baron. Orianna, my pre-made, is trying to ruin my day and stop me having my fun, and then we win. But experiment noted, you can probably solo Baron with Shaco if you have your ulti and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was somewhat informative. If it wasn't, please let me know. If it was, please let me know. I already had a few messages and comments back on my Udo video, and I really enjoy the active responses. So if you have anything to say, please tell me how shit I am. Tell me how useful this wasn't. Just give me some feedback. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.